What's going on, YouTube? Hope you guys are doing amazing, because I'm doing amazing. And you deserve to feel amazing too. You deserve to feel amazing too, because you are amazing. So for today's vid, it's going to be about weed, marijuana, whatever you want to call it. I naturally look high. People always tell me I naturally look high. I'm not high when I do my vids. When I do my YouTube vids, I'm not high at all. I'm 100% sober. I just naturally look high. Look when I smile. Look at that. Look at my eyes. I naturally look high. What can I say? I'm just very happy. Yeah, so today I'll be talking about is weed bad for you? Or is weed good for you? What do I think about weed? What I suggested to you guys. All right, so let's get into it. My first thing, do I think weed is bad? No. Weed isn't bad. In my opinion, weed isn't bad. All right? But listen, if you're at the beginning of your spiritual journey, if you're just like, you don't know anything about spirituality, or you're afraid of death, you're afraid of what's next, you're afraid, like you haven't connected with yourself, right? You haven't connected with who you truly are, then I suggest weed may be good for you. Weed may be good for you. You know? Just at the beginning of your spiritual journey, to get your feet into the water, yeah, I'd suggest it. I definitely suggest it, because that's what I did. That's what I did on my journey. At the beginning of my spiritual journey, I smoked some weed, I smoked some dope, and it opened my mind to a whole nother level, because weed, the frequency of weed is higher than our sober level. Our sober level is here, right? Weed is here. But then the thing is that when you're sober, right, and you're on your spiritual journey, you can elevate past the frequency of weed. You can elevate past the level that weed can bring you at, if you know what I'm saying. So for me in general, for me or people that are deeper into their spiritual journeys, you guys might realize, I came to this conclusion myself, that weed, once you're on a high level, once you're always happy, once you always know how to keep your mind in a positive state, you know how to keep your mind clear of everything that doesn't serve you, you start realizing that, wow, weed really brings me back down. It makes me more vulnerable, right? Just like weed or drugs or alcohol, whatever, all these things make holes into your aura. They make holes into your aura so you can easily be affected, right? This is proof. You can literally go search it up. It's scientific proof out there. It makes holes into your aura. So that's what you need to keep in mind. But when you're at the beginning of your spiritual journey, that's what I would suggest. Go ahead and try it. Go ahead and try it. If you never tried it, if you're always skeptic about it, if you're one of those people that are like, oh, you're crazy for doing that, or whatever, they have their preconceived notion about weed or marijuana, then you should probably try it yourself. You should probably try it, because then you realize it doesn't do anything to you. It doesn't do anything bad to you. All it does is awaken you to a whole different consciousness. That's all it does. That's what it did, in my opinion. At the beginning of my journey, I was just like, that's why more people are waking up, because more people are smoking weed. More people are doing these things. More people are waking up to who they truly are, right? Because when you're sober, imagine when you're sober, yeah, you can get on your spiritual journey. Yeah, you can be spiritual and everything. But when you're sober, you don't really have any notion of your soul. You don't really have any notion of within. Now, this could be controversial, whatever you guys can think, oh, what is this dude talking about? Whatever, right? But I think when you're on weed, it shoots you up. It shoots you up at a higher consciousness level, where you can be more aware of things that you wouldn't be aware of when you're sober. That is what I mean by that. That is what I mean by, yeah, you could be spiritual when you're sober. Don't get me wrong. You can definitely be sober when you're spiritual. And you can definitely be spiritual when you're sober. But it accelerates the speed at which you get into the spirituality quicker, right? That's what I mean also. You get into spirituality quicker when you go through that route, when you smoke weed, whatever. That's my opinion. That's my own experience. If it doesn't work for you, hey, we're all different. But me and many other people, that's the same thing that happened to them. But in my opinion, my experience, that's what accelerated my rate, because I was like, I remember that's why it led to my spiritual awakening. That's what led to me discovering who I truly was. Right? But then after a certain point, you have to make sure it's a tool, right? That's why I use it in my mind. It's a tool. It's not just a plant is like literally a tool. It's a healing tool. It's to heal you, right? That's what a plant does. It heals you. Now you have to discover, you have to find out when you have to drop it, when you have to let go of that tool and use your own tool that's within you to elevate to higher consciousness, right? Use the weed to bring you to a level of consciousness that you wouldn't really, let me put it this way. I was trying to figure out how to say this. Weed puts you at a level, like when you're looking for the right path, right? You're looking for the right path in life. But then let's say weed brings you straight to the middle. Boom, drops you right to the middle. It makes you go through all half of it, and boom, you're in the middle of it. And now you have your feet in it, and then now you're ready to go crazy. You're ready to go all the way and learn about yourself, learn about spirituality, learn about who you truly are, improve yourself, right? But then when you don't smoke weed, I feel like it's at the beginning. When you're like at the beginning, and you learn step by step. There's nothing wrong with that. You learn step by step. But weed really brings you to the level of, man, I can't explain it. It's really metaphysical. The feeling is very metaphysical. That's for me. That's my own experience. Metaphysically, I feel like it brings me to a quicker route on my spiritual journey. That's the best way I can put it. But if you're watching this video right now and you're like, but I don't know if I'm gonna try it, then it's up to you. I'm not forcing you to do it. I'm just telling you my opinion. I'm just telling you my experience and what I believe it can do for you. Why I believe it, because it did it for me, But who knows? Who knows if it's because of weed? Who knows it's, I'm just putting it out there because I remember I was smoking weed at a time that I had my spiritual awakening, So I'm putting that together, and when you smoke weed, you're on a higher consciousness. When you think about it, you're more aware, you're more in tune in a way. You're more in tune with yourself. All right. But that's basically it. That's all I wanted to say in this vid. Yeah. I'm not high. I'm naturally high. Hope you guys doing amazing. I had to bring that out too. I had to tell you guys that I was naturally high, because most of y'all must be thinking I'm so high during my vids. Who cares anyways? Peace, love, abundance to all of y'all. All of y'all. Peace.